You are now listening to Carve Radio with Selepe My Fadi and me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, we're still hearing the music. Is it the sabotage? It's the sabotage.
We're already starting off with the sabotage. Can you believe it? But anyway, we are out and about, out here at 27 Boxes, of course, in the Brand Life Studios for our third edition of Carve Radio. Of course, I do not come by myself. My name is Selepa Maifadi, and I'm here with Lesejo. Hey, Lesejo, how you doing?
Hey, Lesejo, a.k.a. the Holy One, a.k.a. Tyrese,
a.k.a. the Holy
Hey, man. People gotta know this. People gotta know who I am.
And you know, today we started the show with a fiery track by P. Dotto. You know, last week we called him, spoke to him about his new album that he has released, Under the Sun, and we just played in with a fiery track that Lesejo thinks is gonna be the third song that the third single.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm thinking. You know, the song is called The Less Ballad, and it features the one and only Flex Boogie.
Well, Rachel went on any intel, so you could be saying this because you know or you had something from somebody, and maybe P. Dot hollered at you and was like, "Yo, this is the plan."
Yeah,
right?
I got the inside information, man.
Well,
you know.
the inside information that we have is that you gotta follow us on @Carve_radio on Instagram and Twitter to interact with us. Let us know what you think of today's show. It's gonna be a super fiery one. We have breaking news. Tahore Beyonce is coming to Mzansi.
I don't know if that's breaking news.
It is breaking news, okay? Trust me, it is breaking news. So today we have a fiery show that's got everything. Our topic is fiery. we have a friend of mine. It's fiery.
Is that a word? I don't think that's a word.
Yes, it is. I think it's a word. Okay, allow the word fiery. We have a whole lot of new music coming from you. We have an interview by the Turban Outfit that's soon. That's about to start like on Thursday for like a proper VIP night when it comes to all things bougie in the art scenes. We have our art news. We're talking about the Creative Counselor Showcase that happened this weekend. And no, not this weekend, actually. It was launched on... When was it launched? It was launched on Thursday. I was out at that launch. Okay. And we have a whole lot of amazing stuff coming for you today. So do stay tuned in. Follow us on @Carve_radio. On all the platforms, because
we got a dope gig guide as well.
Yes, of course, Leseho. When it comes to everything gigging, how was your weekend? Because this weekend was like a lit one for a lot of people as they were out and about at the Durban July.
Yeah, man, weekend was dope, man. I mean,
were you part of the Durban July mess?
Yes and no.
How? Tell us.
I was working and not working, and you know. But it was a good weekend, man. I saw some cool things on the street.
So were you in Durban or not? If you're saying yes, that means you're in
I
Durban.
Cannot deny, I cannot confirm this question.
Lena,
people lie about their whereabouts, so I don't want to be like I was in Durban and I was like I'm not in Durban.
Can this homie not lie about that?
Nah, I was not in Durban. I had a session on Saturday, so I could not go. And yeah, man, you know, chilled. How was your weekend?
Well, my weekend was okay. I did a lot of scripting, a lot of transcripts and scripting that was happening during the weekend. I did a whole lot of that because obviously we were out at the Creative Conqueror Showcase. A lot of stuff. Emma, listen, can we tell everybody about that you finally wrote your first blog post? Can we talk about that for a second?
Hey, man, I did the things, man. I did the things on the homie P. Dot's and the album, the review on the album. I think it's dope. It's honest, you know. I'm not pole jogging or anything like that.
You know?
Yeah, I'm very honest about how I feel about the whole thing. And yeah, it's out. The link is gonna be out on Twitter, on Instagram, on our WhatsApp, on whatever. Yeah, on the Carve website, www.carve.africa.
Yes, www.carve.africa. That is our website address. Do go through there and we have our link for last week's show. That's also uploaded.
Yes.
And let us know what you think. We really want to hear from you and what you think of all of this. But let's jump straight into the topic of today. Ne? I have a friend of mine who is chilling somewhere. Go rusty, dusty. I'm just like, Tati, why are you leaving us for Rustenburg? And she's out there doing a whole lot of anthropology work. And she's going to set the tone for today's topic. She always has something on her mind. Like her Instagram, her Facebook always has a lot of people saying a whole lot of stuff. And today she's got like a great topic for us. Tati, hello honey, how you doing?
Hey, honey.
Hey, how you doing, Tati?
Hey, Tati.
Yeah.
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
How are you? How are you?
So being spicy already
Hey,
on
man,
some
hey,
hate,
hey,
Tati.
me and Tati, me and Tati have a contract, okay? Me and Tati have
What
a contract.
contract is this that you
Hey,
have with
actually
Tati?
do. We
It's
actually
between her and I. We
do.
got a
Wow.
we got a contract for the spring.
You have a whole contract
Yes.
for the spring in Rusty Dusty. Well, I guess because a lot of people will be going to Rustenburg in summer because of it's so close to Sun City. Is that part of the plan?
No. This other plan is very matured. It's not for small children.
It's a whole different thing, girl.
Okay, Tati, I guess we know who your man crush Monday is.
Hey, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Tati, let's jump into the topic of the day. What's on your mind, babe?
Yes. Okay, so today I actually posted on my Facebook and Twitter, and I was asking people generally about what their thoughts are on street marketing. So basically marketing yourself, marketing your craft on the street. There's been a lot of tweets going around where people stand by the robots with a little board with their qualifications there, right? And I thought about this, that what if this was something that required less admin from you? So you just have a board by a stop sign, by a light pole with your qualifications and an email address, and just leave it there and just hope that an employer would contact you, right? And I just thought about that could be something that we could do as residents. I mean, we are big on taking to the street when things are not in our favor. We strike a lot. We do all these things. So I thought it could be it could be another way of doing it.
But do you think
yes,
really your boss is going to be
all
out there
kinds.
walking on the street and like, okay, actually, we're looking to apply, we're looking for someone to apply for a new post. Actually, let me quickly go to the corner and go check who's applied or who's put up their CV on that street corner. Do you think that'll work for us?
No, not like that. I mean, I'm thinking something more specific. So you put it near the place where you'd like to work one day.
Okay.
You know? So the director of that company would automatically see your CV coming in for work every day.
But like,
so you don't have to just drive around looking at CVs, but you'd be putting it at specific places to attract specific kinds of people.
So if I wanna work go Mr. Price, I put my thing outside Mr. Price. Is that what you're saying?
but isn't that illegal advertising
Something
or
like
something that like they'd be like, no, you can't have your thingy on this platform because you pay for that or something?
I'm not sure about the legal aspect of it, but I mean, if you go to the hood, for example, there are normally posters of plumbers and gardeners with their phone numbers there. And that's how we got our garden at home. And if it can work for them, why can't it work for graduates?
So, okay. So now what about this excludes the person that actually has the board and is standing by the street side corner with their post and saying, I'm looking for a job in 1, 2, 3. Saving your time to be a winter. You're just like, actually, I'm not gonna stand here. I'm gonna take my board. I'm gonna plank it up on a street post. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. No.
I mean, if you look at it on LinkedIn, you're literally competing with everyone you graduated with.
Okay.
On the streets, people aren't doing it now. It's just you.
Wow.
All right. No, I see the angle.
That's interesting. I mean,
imagine
I
this.
don't know
Imagine this.
Okay.
You're driving into the SABC, right? And literally by every street light, there are qualifications there, profiles there, artists, and they just have the information there for you.
Yeah, it would be a great pool of content for us. I mean, can you imagine if you're coming in every day to 27 boxes to Brand Live and you have 1,000 artists that have already put up their stuff there because why they don't have email addresses? It's like
no, they do.
I'm just saying. I'm just thinking.
But I mean, how many emails do you leave unattended?
Yes. Okay, that's true.
So you think the physical aspect
when you're
of
parked by the robot and it's red, you are going nowhere, and your eyes are always going to be wandering around. You are going to see it.
Oh, okay. No, I believe in your dream.
Okay.
I believe in your angle.
Thank you.
I did say Tati has a lot on her mind. Like she can think of anything. So I want, because I mean that's what happens when you're in the bundu, go rusty dusty, or say and you're gonna think about maybe irrigate and then maybe we could apply by standing in the street corner. But it could work. What do you think?
I think it could work, man. It's just that, like you said, the legal aspect of it, of just picketing somewhere and just putting your papers there, that's something you would have to go into investigation.
But the rate of unemployment in South Africa, it's worth taking a look into, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, Tati, thank you so much for talking to us. We're gonna put out the question there to everyone. What's the question?
Actually, listen, I actually asked someone who's in HR,
Okay.
and she was like, she would love that.
Okay.
So, okay. So that now she just we're doing her job for her.
Yeah,
Yes,
somebody you've shortlisted things for her. Somebody she's already.
Tati, why are you giving away our money like this? These are ideas that you and I must put in somewhere in the bedroom when I just on the internet like
so
that.
So much fire. You know, I can't deal. This studio is getting really hot. Do interact with us on.
Actually, I can't do either.
Tati.
And when I can't keep a secret,
Like,
No. It's
you know,
excitement.
this is too much. No, we can't. We really can't do this. Go to @Carve_radio and interact with us. Let us know what you think of today's topic. Are you down for that kind of not digital marketing? What is it? Street side, roadside marketing,
like guerrilla,
or job
guerrilla
hunting?
marketing.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Go on our social media platforms and interact with us and let us know what you think on that. We'll be back. We're going to play a quick track. And thank you, Tati, so much for talking to us.
Bye, Tati.
Oh, gosh.
Bye.
Bye.
Give me the beat, yeah, the African beat of love that flows through our minds and souls, skyscraping through the double bill and building. Give me the rhythmic blues of love, bass beats and trumpet sounds, moving me, yeah. The African beat of love.
harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za.
You are now listening to Carve Radio.
I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I am never home. Driven by that gold. I'm driven by that gold. Look at the sad on me, I can feel it tough. Still I feel I haven't done enough. Been through some dry seasons and I've had enough. Money flowing into different locations. I think it's my time that we suffered up. It's gon' need me just to toughen up. Well, I've been broke for too many times. Now I think it's time I build a young enough. Ain't gon' do more favors, just a lot of papers. Cause these niggas genuine, then they vanish. Been working just to get it poppin'. Most these niggas do it cause of fashion. Niggas out here mugging non-style. Guess a coffee is way too outlandish. I've been working on my next move. I don't say shit, I do it in silence. People told me that I'm next up. Yeah, they see the talent, I don't take that for granted. Easy had me since day one, so you know who I'm with when I'm splitting the checks. Shout out to you if you believe that I'm next. I heard them say that I'm the talk of the block. My flow buzzing, so you know I'm the plug. I got your lady, I'm the butter, so ride. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I'm about to do. I'm about to do. I am never home. I am never home. Driven by that gold. I'm driven by that gold. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. Check my contact list, I got fewer friends. I ain't trying like when I was just a kid. They treated me like a misfit, true shit. I ain't even tryna be the missing piece to the plain fucking puzzle. Anyway, I wouldn't fit. I'm way too outlandish, so faded with all of the averages. Check on my pack with some savages. My loyalty got no price tag. All of my friends are two brothers and sisters. I'm always on them with the damn fam. They understand on the nigga situation. I don't even gotta try hard to feel I'm part of the fam, yeah. All that we do is just effortless. We like a nail in a haystack with some aliens, yeah. I feel like a dumb criminal, yeah. Every time I kill a show, I leave some evidence. I drop felonies, now these bad ones tryna cut for me, yeah. They say they gon' pray for me, that's why they only me. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I'm about to do. I'm about to do. I am never home. I am never home. Driven by that gold. I'm driven by that gold, yeah. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow, yeah. Don't mean to sound cool to these same fools, but I ain't doing shit to impress them. I bless them, I know they gon' act like they don't see. I've given too many F's like a teacher to all of these dumb kids. Just listen to what Easy did with the drum kids. We inspire the damn kids. I mean the thing is, have you seen my DMX? The way that they sending is crazy. I might be the reason why your girlfriend has a pattern, cause you might see some wrong shit. Have you seen my DMX? The way that they sending is crazy. I might be the reason why your girlfriend has a pattern, cause you might see some wrong shit. I'm about to blow, yeah.
You are now listening to Carve Radio with Lepe My Fadi and me.
Trust for you to say and you.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm me. Like people will know it's me. Listen, we played you music from The Beat, a group from Garanku. The track is called African Beat, and the other song was by a dude named Pag called Hot to Blow.
Listen, keep in mind both The Beat.
The Beat are like a really cool group from Garanku. It's percussion based, so I think there's like 6 people playing drums, and the lead singer is amazing. The lead singer is really amazing. She's done backing vocals for me.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really dope, and yeah, you must watch out for them.
Yes,
me, I want girls.
Hey, as always, we're not playing about girls.
I want girls.
But yeah, those 2 tracks were absolutely fiery. Talking about things that are fiery. You know, I call things fiery. Yes, it is a word.
Are you trying to make
Don't
it a
ask,
word?
Yes. Let it be, okay? today we have Fulufelu Mobadi in studio with us to talk to us about the R&B Turbine Art Fair that's kickstarting on the 12th, which is this coming Thursday, running up until the 15th of July. This is a platform that has 380 artists, 48 exhibitors, all for the project to enhance art, sell art, be in a space of creativity when it comes to all things curating art, right? Yes. Hi, Fulufelu. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Hi,
guys. How are
Fulufelu.
you?
So, tell us a bit about the 6th edition of the sixth installment of the R&B Turbine Art Fair.
So this year, we've got the whole lineup with the R&B Turbine Art Fair. We've got over 380 artists, 48 exhibitors. We're trying to push a lot of emerging artists, getting young artists to come out there and put out their stuff, and also introduce new buyers and new collectors, people coming into who will be interested in buying work, and so that they can be able to understand that art is not just for the elite. You know, anybody can come in and just buy some stuff and take it home.
But they did say that the cheapest piece in there is what, $5,000?
It's from 1,000 to 50,000 actually. So which in the market is really fairly quite cheap.
Okay.
It's so that people can have access to buying all the artwork that is out there, contemporary artwork, and making it easier for people to access the arts basically. Yes.
So, okay, the reason why the art fair is there is because what? Not enough people are getting into galleries and buying artwork, or not enough artists are getting the platform to put out or showcase their artwork?
The idea is to bring out more galleries, to show what type of galleries are out there and what type of work is being produced. Also to introduce emerging artists and start cultivating all the new artists that are coming into the industry. So Turbine Art Fair makes it accessible for both parties, for the galleries, for the artists, and for new people coming into the scene and being able to understand what art actually is about. Yes.
Speaking of, you are curating one of the segments in one of the programs in this festival. Tell us a bit about the Unlocked.
It's called the Talent Unlocked. We've worked with 18 young emerging artists from all over Joburg who've come in, and we've had a 6 months intensive workshop where they've had mentors come in and teach them how to run themselves as businesses, and also advise them on bringing like practical experience on how to be an artist, you know, and building a body of work that will then be sold at the art fair.
So going to varsity and studying fine art is not enough anymore now. You still need more programs that are going to come up and say, okay, we're going to take you in, show you how to actually do this whole thing.
Yes, and it's very, very important that we have programs like this, because I myself am an artist as well as I'm doing curating, but I know what it's like to be an artist, and to be an artist without a mentor, someone to guide you, someone to just show you how to do things in the art world is very, very difficult. And learning all the basics, you know, how to put up your own work, how to sell your work, put yourself online, you know, just getting everybody access into your own work makes it easier when you have someone showing you all these things.
And then I'm trying to understand who can come. Is it too late for me to submit my art for like Thursday?
For the Talent Unlocked?
No, I get it starting on Thursday.
Yes.
Is it too late if I have?
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late. I gotta know people like, maybe, hey, I didn't know about this. Now I'm trying to be on this thing. So Thursday, like, it's too late now.
Thursday is now the opening show where
everything is set up.
We start installation tomorrow. All the work is now ready for me to install and put together.
And was it accessible to anyone? As in amateur, like, people? Do you have only pros, or do you have people that from the street who are doing street art or street anything? Or what's the process of you collecting the
artworks?
The artworks, yes.
So with galleries, they usually have their own artists that they've mentored and put together for the show. With Talent Unlocked, they had a selection. They put out a call to say we need artists, visual artists, from sculptors to photographers to, you know, painters, people using different types of mediums to come in and submit their work. And then they were selected for the program to take part in the 6 months workshop, and then from there their work was selected.
So there was like a whole
every year we come with the call comes out for people to apply.
And this is a partnership between Visual Arts South Africa,
Visual Arts Network of South Africa, Assemblage, and R&B.
Yeah, so name drop some of the people that are in there that are actually mentoring and helping all these new artists kind of enhance or hone their skill.
We've got MJ Turpin from Kalashnikov. We've got Tenjiwe Nkosi. Oh my, the list is so long and it's so difficult for me to, but those are the ones I'm trying to remember the most. But we've got a really good bunch of mentors that came in and supported the artists during the training and workshops.
So from all of the artists that you have that are going to be showcasing at the Talent Unlocked, who can you say, you know what, look out for this artist because they're coming through strong? And what kind of works are we seeing? What is the new generation of artists kind of doing right now when it comes to art that stands out from the what we're used to, the normative art forms that we see?
So with the selection that I went with, we're moving away from conceptual arts, where it's more about thinking deep and getting people all, hyped up about what is in their thoughts and their feelings. So most of the artists that I've worked with, and I can't really say that, I feel so bad because they're my babies, but I do have favorite, but I can't, I feel bad about just saying. But look out for Deko Boshabane, look out for Selwyn Stain, look out for Kinelwe Mukwena, Vanessa Tembani. They're all different types of artworks that you can look for. We've got sculptures as well, people using their own cells to create work. So it's just going to be an interesting mix of art.
Wow, we certainly can't wait to see it. Tell us a bit about what we should look forward to, because after this 6 month that they've had, this internship rather, what's going to happen to these artists and what are you going to be working on when it comes to creating more opportunities for artists to showcase their works?
So what you can look forward to is the artists having their own spaces outside of the gallery. Because of the workshops and everything, they've managed to come up with their own ways of working and groom themselves more into understanding how to work in the industry. So I think you'd be able to see more of them in the galleries that are around. But in terms of me and the things that I want to do further, I want to get work outside of the gallery and get artists exposed to more people, especially Black people, just being exposed to the arts and understanding where the value is in art and it's not just placed in the galleries.
Yeah, because I was about to ask, is there money in art? Because we know that there's money in acting and music and there's
if there's an art piece for 50 grand.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like bread where you can buy it every day, So if that painting or that piece is sold and that's the only money you make for 6 months, you know what I mean? So is there money in this industry, and what's your advice for people who are listening who are trying to be
and try to sustain a living out of it?
Yes, how does it work?
There is money in the arts, guys. There's good money in the arts.
There's the Zakazing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I can draw. I have this talent. I can draw.
I know, but everybody can draw. I think.
No, but
everybody
me.
comes and
Me,
says,
I got special talents.
Okay.
So there's money in it.
There is money, but it's also a matter of maintaining it. Maintaining yourself, keep working. You can start off as an artist and make 100,000 of one piece, and it survives you for 6 months. But it's maintaining your relevance. What I always tell artists is that you're an emerging artist until you're 40 years old, and that simply means that you have to keep your relevance until a certain age. Because a lot of people are coming into the arts and making that money and thinking I'll be making this money for the next 20 years, and that's not it, because there's more emerging artists coming out every year. So it's just a matter of making sure that whatever you do, you keep working hard at producing better and making yourself a better person in the arts.
Well, it's a good thing that there's more talent coming up in the art scenes and more people are realizing this. I just hope that we take this conversation and we put it out into the townships and get more people in the townships to realize that they are talented in art or that they're good at it, because I think most of the time people from there don't really do art or see art as a career, and maybe those are some of the conversations that I'd like for maybe challenge Assemblage and Vanza and maybe R&B to take up.
They got money.
They got money, right?
I mean, you mentioned that you're an artist as well, right?
Yes.
Who are your influences? Anybody we would know, or is it everything is low key underground in the art fair, or is there someone or anybody that we would know that has influenced you in your journey of being an artist?
Well, I got my first mentor when I finished. I studied photography. I did documentary photography.
All right.
And my mentor was Iris Dawn Parker. So she's an American photographer.
Okay.
And, she taught me the ropes. She taught me that, you're a business more than anything else. And I understood how to use my art. It's difficult to make it in the industry as a documentary photographer because you can't sell stories about certain things, And you always hope to get to a gallery, but they won't buy your work. So it's now, how do you make that into business? And she taught me how to sell it from a postcard to a book to, so I think it's important to find people like that in your life and help you kind of determine your journey as an artist.
And we know that R&B also, the theme for this year is Think. They have a Think bench and there's also going to be some conversations going on around. Is this maybe one of the topics that are going to be highlighted? Do you know what some of the topics will be when it comes to these panel discussions?
Most of the panel discussions will speak about the Irma Stern exhibition and the painting exhibitions by the students and the still life. And so they've all been split up according to think is to talk. You know, H is to the history, I is... Now me not forgetting, but I know mine is K. K is the key for Talent Unlocked, you know. So it's all those things that they've brought together, and they've created these conversations around all of it.
Okay. Well, let's talk access. The first thing that I saw on the website is like VIP night, 800 rands a ticket.
Yes.
What do you get for 800 rands? Because it's a lot of randelas.
Well, it's more than enough for the experience, you know.
Okay, what is the experience?
The experience is just being exposed to the arts. You know, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get beverages and
what kind of
artisanal
beverages?
food, like champagne, darling.
And then we're gonna eat. For 800 rand, I must eat like a 7-course meal.
Trust me, you're gonna eat. There's more than enough food always at the Turban Art Fair. So people are just gonna have a lot of fun, and just being exposed to the arts is more than enough, I guess.
Okay, so tickets are like there's a weekend pass that's like 200 rands, right?
Yes.
And then there's a daily pass, not the VIP one, that ranges between 50 rand and 100 rand, which is really affordable. For 50 rand, I don't get a 6-pack. Yeah,
let's hope you have more than $50 in your pocket, because you're gonna have to go there and buy art.
What's the date? It's the 9th.
I hope
people come from Durban. They don't have money.
We don't
People don't
care.
have money.
When you go to the Turban Art Fair, do go and support. This is the Turban Art Fair that's going to be running from the 12th all the way until the 15th of July at the Turban Art Hall right here in Newtown, Johannesburg. And we were talking to Fulufale Mobadi. Thank you so much for joining us in studio. Before you go, do talk to us about today's topic. What do you think about
the whole guerrilla marketing of putting CVs like on the traffic light?
Are you down for that? As a curator, would you pick up someone who put out their artworks on the corner and wanted you to, I don't know, buy their works or give them a job?
Yeah, I would. Actually, I see a lot of people with good work on the side of the road. The only problem is I always just come in and be like, if you did this and now artists are very personal about their work. So it's like, no, but this is what I like. But most of the time I see someone on the streets and be like, oh, this is nice, but, you know. So I think it makes sense even if you're not going to take that person in, just at least give them advice on how to do it better. So guerrilla marketing, I think, would work.
All right.
Wow.
Well, thank you very much for blessing us with your presence.
Thank you, guys.
Can we get on to the breaking news already? Yes. Let's get on to the breaking news, guys.
Do you call it breaking news? I don't
yes,
agree.
I call it breaking news because the Mutsepa Foundation has Zagazing. Do you know what they're doing? Ne? In Johannesburg, they are bringing Beyonce and Jay-Z. And Casper, and D'banj, and Ed Sheeran, Eddie Feder, Femi Kuti, Pharrell Williams, Chris Martin, Shoma Josie, Tiwa Savage, Asha,
and Usha.
And
let it burn, let it burn.
This lineup is real.
All right, so the trick is the tickets are free, but you must do some hard labor.
Well, I mean, this is all this concert is to celebrate the centenary of Nelson Mandela. Obviously, to honor his legacy.
You must
and
clean
fight
up the
to
streets.
end extreme poverty. Obviously, we can't bring an entire Beyonce for free. Imagine how much were you gonna pay to see Beyonce?
I wouldn't pay a single cent.
Okay, there are people out there that will pay. Fulfari, how much would you pay to see Beyonce?
1,000 rand.
You would pay 1,000 rand to see Beyonce?
Yes.
People
like
are willing to pay
see
more.
like dancing and lights and what.
Pella, you're not only sing Beyonce, you sing her
No.
and Jigga and D'banj and Ed Sheeran and Femi Kuti and Pharrell and Chris Martin, Shoma Josie, Tiwa Savage, Asha, Wizkid and Casper Nyovest. I mean, think about it.
Can I please?
The lineup, it even has Oprah Winfrey coming to speak there. Can you imagine?
All right, can I please talk about something interesting now?
No, I'm not done because Oprah Winfrey will deliver a special keynote address remembering Nelson Mandela and his legacy. Guys, this concert is not a joke. Like,
wait, I saw that there's Naomi. Is that true?
Yes, Naomi Campbell is in the country.
Hey, that lady can get it.
Yeah,
eh?
she's in the country.
Hey, like forever. It's
But
just like 50
can
or
we
something.
not talk about Naomi Campbell
okay.
getting it? Can we concentrate on the fact that Naomi Campbell had a beautiful relationship with Nelson Mandela? She's in the country. She was part of the press conference that happened today, and to announce that this global citizen is happening. This concert is coming through to give us all these beautiful people at FNB Stadium on the 2nd of December, right here in Johannesburg. I mean, I'll do anything. Clean up the streets. How far are you going to take it to get sure you get yourself the ticket?
I would kiss somebody I didn't like.
I
go to extremes.
This is going too far. It's just Beyonce,
It's just Beyonce. You can't just say that. That is not even a sentence.
It's not just Beyonce. Anyway, move on to your news.
Yes, the oldest art gallery in Africa is right here in Rosebank. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the oldest art gallery on the continent of Africa. It's in Rosebank, and it's a really dope place, and it's called the Everett Reed Gallery, right? And it was first established in 1913. This is dope. I think, so even in the struggle, in the apartheid, we had art and people were doing things. Me, I thought in the struggle.
Please school him.
Me, I thought in the struggle, people were fighting fella. In the struggle, it was just violence.
We are lucky we have an artist today. Someone who studied art. Please school him about maybe just some South African painters or photographers of back in the day that are doing the most, that obviously would be able to upkeep this kind of gallery.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying the age of this place is very surprising. That's all I'm saying.
So you think artists back then, where were they showcasing their works?
The black ones.
Yeah.
At home in Sophia Town.
Really?
Yeah,
please. No, I can't talk to him. Please call him.
All right. All I know is this is really cool that we have one of the. I'm right?
But it's the oldest.
Yeah. This is amazing. I didn't know this. When I saw this article, I was like, hey, this is actually dope, and I'm really proud of my South Africa, our land.
Hey, listen, people are worried about you on social media. They're asking, as for Mama Naomi getting it, people want to know who's your mom at this point because of it.
Have you seen Naomi Campbell? Naomi Campbell could vets today and should be a student and no one will ask questions. She would just blend in.
To Vits.
And be at the beer garden there with other number 2000. She'll be there in the mix.
Wow.
Hey, that mother can get it. Anyway, moving on.
Listen, please. Move on. Please.
All right.
Because I can't.
Some more news. Billy Zangewa, which is a Malawian artist based in Joburg.
Okay.
She's also gonna be a part of. Isn't R&B part of
No.
FMB?
No,
Okay.
R&B is R&B. FNB is
Rand
FNB.
Merchant Bank.
Oh, it's different.
First National Bank. I mean,
Oh, okay. Hey.
But it's the banks that are sponsoring the arts.
Yes,
They're coming into the corporates now.
So
which is a good thing, right?
Yeah,
So
it is.
so FMB Art Fair, ne? They bringing her and they featuring her. And this article talks about how she was discriminated against because she was a woman, and she was discriminated against because they thought that her art was complex because she uses silk to do something, I don't know, but there's a lot of silk involved. And now she's one of the headliners for this thing, and it's dope. So shout out to Billy Zangewa from Malawi. Mulubanji people in Malawi, Mulubanji.
Listen,
That's hello in Chichewa.
Okay, let's find out from what people are saying about the topic that we have put out today. What do you have on your socials?
I have at Fresh Imagery saying, "Hore, hey, the struggle is real. You gotta do what you gotta do. So if you gotta pick your CV outside places, yeah, it's rough. You gotta do what you gotta do." What do your people say?
Well, I have seen a Temba out here, and he says it shows the reality of unemployment in South Africa. For someone currently reading for a master's to have to resort to such. Speaking about Tati, because the post we put up, Tati actually took her CV and put it on the street corner. So Senatemba says for someone currently reading for a master's to have to resort to such is very sad, considering that there may be someone with lesser work experience and education doing a similar job because he was employed on the basis that he knows someone in the department and thus was fortunate enough to get a job, not on merit. Can you imagine?
Okay, well.
No, but can you imagine?
Yeah. It's hard that
you actually you
pay
have
all these fees. Yeah.
You're doing a whole master's and someone is getting a job just because you know someone who knows someone in that building. But in essence, he's not done yet. This is the whole speech from Senatemba. Okay, you need to listen. It's just a case of you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't wait for no one but yourself. Maybe someone who can assist and will help you with this request. So at the same time, you can't be judging that person who knows someone that knows someone, because that person is pushing to get a job instead of just being at home and not actually doing anything at all.
Roshi says she also believes in it, but she finds it that it's unrealistic that someone who's like a company looking for an accountant will take an accountant from the street. And Roshi also says that it's rough out here, and even people who are in jobs know that it's hard to get a job. So that's the reality of it.
Well, Tati got us an HR professional who has a comment that we have a voice note of that we can probably play in a couple. Can we? Okay, yeah. Let's listen to that voice note.
Do we have the voice?
Okay, so people who advertise themselves on street corners and all that. Well, that vibe. So, advertising yourself is simply that, advertising yourself. Whether you use social media or emails or whatever platform. Because truth be told, when someone is unemployed, most of the time they don't have 1, airtime, 2, data, 3, money to go to an internet cafe or something like that. And some don't come from families whereby you could ask maybe a family member to do all these things on your behalf, because now either they unemployed themselves or they just don't know technology at all. Even if they do work in like a corporate environment, you'd find that maybe their skill does not require them to use any technology. So in that case, then, would you now discriminate against someone who probably has the skills? It's just that they don't have the money. So do you not hire them on that basis and think that them advertising their CVs on the streets is backwards? No. So as an HR professional, I personally would inquire further on that individual. I would probably invite them over for an interview or something, because you never know where the talent is. So you can't discriminate and say, oh no, they advertise themselves on a street corner or things like that, because honestly, we're not all fortunate to be able to do things the way these days they done. So we don't all have access to technology. Even if we do, sometimes there are hindrances. So yeah, that's my 2-piece.
All right.
That's a 2-piece, not a 2 cents, okay? Understand?
All right. We.
Yeah, but that makes a whole lot of sense. I think that makes a whole lot of sense to know that, I mean, if you don't have the money to be able to advertise and you don't have the means of like Wi-Fi and all of that and internet, I mean, that's a good place to start. So one event that I went to that is also honing skill and putting up a whole lot of other creativity is the Creative Conquerors campaign that was launched this past Thursday somewhere in Fox in Braamfontein or Newtown, one of the two, I'm not too sure, where they had like 6 individuals where they came together, and the list was Leroy Jason, Oscar Ngube, David Chabalala, Duwab, Lady X, and Lifuno Sakete and Satere, where all these artists, they came together in an exhibition space. And what they did is that Leroy had his own exhibition, and everyone else had like their own. When you're more in fashion, Duwab played some skit and all of that. So all to showcase talent coming together in one place. That's one event that I attended. Listen, what events are coming up this week?
All right, we've got let's start off with the biggie. We've got the choir games. Can you believe that? Like
the choir games.
The choir game. It started in Thursday. I promise you, it's a big deal. I was like, what's going on? It's a big deal.
I'm listening.
The choir games started last week Thursday, I think, and it was Cap City representing Sun Arena. That's where it was held. And yeah, man, like apparently choirs are a thing.
The choir games.
Like I didn't know this. There's like there's like 300 people here, 300 choirs, and like 16,000 people. Is this real?
Well, I'll just go to the Turbine outfit. I mean, that makes better sense to me. Going to the choir games.
Yeah, if we get are we getting tickets?
tickets are 800 rand.
You know, this
on
one
live
trying to
air.
get himself into the free VIP.
Yeah, me, I want the free things. Oh, me, I must get the free things. I must get something for free.
Like-
Okay, we have this is interesting for you because you like these kind of things.
Who?
When I'm telling you how. Calm down.
I like that kind of thing.
Listen.
Come through with the things
So
that I like.
representing all the way in the north of Pretoria, Soshanguve, there's these guys called the Hummingbird, right? It's a tattoo parlor studio that the guy started, and it's a year old on Saturday.
Okay.
So they're throwing a big shindig, and they in partnership with what you call this Hubley Lifestyle. Yes.
Okay.
It's a guys the guys who like rent and lease Hubleys out. So they're doing a shindig to celebrate that this company is turning a year old, and people are gonna get discounted tattoos. I think people can win a tattoo worth 2,000 randelas.
Whoa.
You know, and we're giving away 2 double tickets to our listeners.
Bro, nah, man.
Yes, because
we can do such things.
I got the plug. Whenever you came all the way, you did not bring
Okay.
anything. Me, I'm giving people away. I'm Father
Okay.
Christmas up in here.
Well, you never know if you tune in or like interact with
Yeah,
us
interact.
on Twitter.
But
You
let's
never
tell them
know.
what
I
they
could
get.
be giving you tickets
Yes.
for something.
So it's a double ticket, and what it gets you come in for free. You get like 3 or 2 or 4 drinks, nyana. I think maybe you'll get like a hot dog, nyana, and it automatically qualifies you into the draw for the 2,000 randela tattoo. So
Did you just say hot dog? Are we?
I don't-
back there, listeria, man.
I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
worried.
I mean, I went to the last event. There were hot dogs and there were like little burgers, and they
Was
were
this
dope.
before or after listeria?
No, it was after. It was like April late.
Is it really over?
I think it's done now.
It's
I
done.
had a
I did
daughter the other
not die.
day.
I did not die. I'm alive right
Guys,
now. I'm
let me
here.
risky,
So yeah,
risky.
tweet us, interact with us whenever through the course of the week, if you can, or if you are.
Aren't you gonna put up a question for that?
Yes, we'll do something like that. If you are in the region or you wanna go and you like the tattoo things,
Go to
go to Shanguve, go to TT, I think.
Okay.
We'll give you a double ticket. But anyway, if you don't get the double ticket, if you're in the region,
It's
go and
fine.
support.
I'll take it and go get a tat. Who am I to say
Yeah,
no to
no,
a
you're
free
not
tat?
getting a tat. You're in the draw for the tat.
Ow.
You can't just get a tattoo,
But
man.
I'm very lucky. You never know because I
Yeah.
always win stuff like that.
Yeah, so
maybe-
go through and they have the vodkas, they have the gins. I think you pay $200 and you get unlimited vodka, unlimited gin. So go support the homies at Hummingbird and Hubley Lifestyle. And that's.
Okay.
Do we have anything else?
I don't know. Do you have anything else? I'm ready for some music. Maybe let's play a bit of music and we'll come back after music and a bit of
Yeah,
like some
can we play
Ediana.
Quandre's song quickly before we bounce?
Yeah, let's play Quandre.
Because it's the second week we're like gonna play
oh yeah,
Quandre's
no.
song.
Let's
It's
play
called
Quandre.
Quandre.
Please, let's play Quandre, okay? Let's play Quandre. Quandre is a homie that comes up from Atteridgeville. Ne? I'm going to tell you a bit about this cat. Ne? Quandre is a young man from Atteridgeville. He started doing his music since he was 7 years of age. He grew up in church. He's 18 years right now. He has an EP that's called IDK. That stands for Intellectual Documentary of a King.
Hey, again, that's too much English for me.
Yeah, when because Intellectual Documentary of a King, you need to listen to this music. Can we play some?
Yeah, can we play a little bit of
Quandre?
Quandre's song before we go?
Play some Quandre, please play some Quandre. Some Quandre. He doesn't want to play some Quandre.
There's
Why
no
you be like
Quandre.
this?
No Quandre.
Why don't you want to play some Quandre? But we are saying goodbye, right? This is us saying goodbye. But I know for a fact that we're going to play out with some Quandre. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in today. You were listening to the 3rd edition of Carve Radio that is playing on your very own.
We're not doing bad.
Okay. He's calling himself right now. He's leaving an entire voice message for himself, telling himself that he ain't doing bad.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
I gotta show
Don't you
my.
want people to tell you that?
I don't need nobody's validation.
Okay, we are.
I'm high on dragon energy.
Wow. Okay, and that time he's promoting a whole entire brand. Let's hope next week they're gonna give you some, and because.
Hey man, if people are listening, I want free stuff. Like I just want free stuff.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
let's not take him into consideration. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna be playing out with a bit of Quandre. We'll see you same time, same place next week on Carve Radio, right here on www.brandlife.co.za.
And thank you to our fans, or 1 or 2 fans, who are listening all the way in Washington, D.C., America.
He's actually giving a shout out to his mom.
It's my stepmother. she's like, I'm listening, boo-boo.
Oh, we thank you so much for your love to everybody out there listening. Please interact with us on @Carve_radio on Twitter and Instagram. From myself, Selepa Maifadi.
And the Holy One.
You said me. Stick to me.
Oh, and me, and me.
Yeah. And Fulufadi, say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Thank
Please
you.
come to Turbine Art Fair.
Come to Turbine Art Fair.
All right, thank you very much.
Metro! Nah, I'm kidding, it's CeeLo, the greatest.
Still I wanna be home.
We from the ghetto paradise, yeah. What up advice? Gotta be streetwise, otherwise you lose your life. Everybody wants some ice, swear they caught up in the hype. I ain't never losing focus, cause I gotta get it right. We from the ghetto paradise.
I'm from a place where they keep it cruel. Poppin' bottles cause it's nothing new. Everything poppin' but never you. Had to reminisce, get a better view before you get lost in my residue. I'm an indigo, you don't got a clue. Try to spread the word and get revenue. It's the same that made it like a cartoon. I'ma keep serving it hot, whether you like it or not. The time is now or never, and I'm running out of clock. Might as well take a flight, cause I'm never running out of pot. Nation harder than a rock, giving everything I got. #1 slot. Boy City got that in the dough. Pay-per-view with an episode. Mayweather when I knock you out. Undisputed, you were not about this. Tearing eyes in a bloody surface. This is more than a plain words. It's a blessing and a living curse. Like my best and less a living soul. Oh Lord, let me elevate. If they jealous, let them imitate. If you judge, let them delegate. Participate. If I kill the strap, this will be delicate. If you say you bought and let them demonstrate. All rose gold, so appropriate. Real on the beat, I appreciate. Pele grown, that's my everyday. You ain't gotta make it in every day.
Ghetto paradise, yo. What up advice? Gotta be streetwise, otherwise you lose your life. Everybody wants some ice, swear they caught up in the hype. I ain't never losing focus, cause I gotta get it right. We from the ghetto paradise.
What I gotta say on the second verse?
I just came in talk about it.
My grandma and grandpa in the hearse.
They said I just came in talk about it.
In this music, so I found my worth.
I just came so we talk about it.
Man, they can't touch me cause I'm in the verse.
Alright, I wanna talk about it.
I remember looking at the sky like it's an atlas, thinking about the places I could be if I was active. The dream became a plan, and my plan became a planet, revolving around my brain like the sun, interactive. Did it every day, turned into a habit. You've been in it for a minute, made it natural, rolling with the squad, kept it protect. Know they wanna sell us out to the feds. Champagne like we made it, my man. Thrown the dough like a bakery man. People calling, never heard of you, man. Propaganda with the rest of the band. Amazing grace, got that gun off my waist, but I'll stomp out your face if you step out the place. Had that blood thicker than water, but my drink think it's a dancer. Ho, put my soul on that track. Life or death when I rap.
Paradise, yo. What up advice? Gotta be streetwise, otherwise you lose your life. Everybody wants some ice, swear they caught up in the hype. I ain't never losing focus, cause I gotta get it right. We from the ghetto paradise.